Vodafone Group is a British multinational telecommunications company headquartered in London. It is the third largest telecommunications company in the world with 435 million of subscribers of June 2014, after China Mobile with 700 million and Singtel with 500 million, which are considered the main competitors of Vodafone. In the country borders, its main competitors are BT Group and O2. Vodafone started as a subsidiary of Racal Electronic called Racal Strategic Radio Ltd, UK's largest maker of military radio technology. Due to the initiative of Jan Stanbeck, Racal Strategic Radio Ltd formed a venture with Millicom, which was called Racal Vodafone, which then evolved into Vodafone.
BT Group is one of the oldest major telecommunication provider service companies located in London, UK. The chairman of the company is Sir Michael Wake and the chief executive is Gavin Patterson. The purpose of the company is to use the power of communications to make a better world. And BT Group offers such products as fixed line telephony, broadband internet, mobile telephony, and other IT services. The company puts forward 5 lines of business, which are BT Business, BT Global Service, BT Consumer, OpenReach, and BT Wholesale. BT Group operates more than 170 countries and also corporate and government customers.
Hutchison Telecommunication International Ltd is an investment holding company and multinational telecommunication services operator with its headquarters in Hong Kong. Currently, the company consists of 2 segments of business, mobile business and fixed line business. The company's revenue for 2014 was about $800 million and its net profit was about $50 million. The company, as a subsidiary of Hutchison Whampoa, was founded in 1985 by Fock King Ning Canning. Then, in May 2010, the company was privatized and became a fully owned subsidiary of the Hutchison Whampoa Group. The vision of Hutchison Telecommunications is to provide customers with a wide range of telecommunication services, looking for opportunities to generate high growth related to the numbers of subscribers and the value of provided services. They intend also to leverage their network strengths to grow and diversify their turnover and profits. Currently, the main competitors are Telecom Italia and China Mobile Limited.
All of the world top companies are constantly trying to improve their green industry. That means that they are trying to diminish their negative influence on the nature. Vodafone's mostly concerns about the concentration of their renewable energy in the company processes. Since 2006, Vodafone reduces its carbon emissions in the markets by 9%. According to the business plan, by 2020 the percentage must reach 50%. The network emissions are also under the influence of the green reforms, as the usage of solar and wind power on the base stations is much more common than in the previous decades. In terms of recycling, there is a global campaign for customers to return their phones back for recycling. Vodafone phones are also produced with the minimum impact on the nature. For example, all Vodafone branded phones being able to use universal charger.
To manage social, ethical, and environmental matters, BT Group organizes corporate social responsibility program, main goals of which are to maximize the positive impact on society, maximize the reputation of the company, and to support the company's success. The company actively participates in charity programs such as Children in Need or Give As You Earn. The company also started purchasing new green energy and low CO2 energy. They're promoting recycling and trying to reduce the amount of waste. We're also an age and disability action team, helping every customer to have full access to the company's services and products. Reputation is very important for BT Group, therefore they organize a lot of marketing activities. BT Group was a winner of ACCA UK Sustainability Reporting Award, was listed in the FTSE for Good Index and in the Dow Jones Sustainability Index. All these programs directly contribute to the overall business success of a company, creating new opportunities and gaining new customers.
Hutchison Telecommunication Company is committed to the long-term sustainability of its various businesses and the support it provides to the communities in which it operates. The company considers employees as a vital asset, providing a work environment out of any discrimination based on ethnicity, gender, age, disability, etc., and providing equal opportunities in terms of pay rates, training, promotion, etc. The company is also striving to provide a safe and healthy workplace for all employees. Damn fair play, respect and integrity are the core values of the company. Concerning the code of ethics, the company promotes also honest and ethical conduct and requires all the employees to comply with laws, regulation and all codes in order to ensure customer satisfaction. Continuous dialogue is also maintained with shareholders, customers, employees, suppliers, regulators, and general public for long-term prosperity and long-term relationships. The company is also taking part in environmental protection and strives to minimize the impact of their activities on the environment via long-term environmental strategy. So the company is supporting conservation and environmental protection programs, such as the recycling of handset accessories program, encouraging mobile users to donate unwanted handsets for recycling or reuse, but also the Go Paperless campaign in order to reduce paper consumption, encouraging customers to use electronic bill. So the company also gives back to the community, concentrating on education, health, through its donation to charitable and social organizations in Hong Kong and Macau.
Definition of a quick ratio is the sum of cash, marketable securities and receivables divided by current liability. In the graph presented, we can see that from 2010 for Hutchison Company, the quick ratio went down because of a decrease in cash as current assets by 33% due to major outflows of funds during this period used in finance and operating activities, such as purchase of property, plant and equipment, repayment of warrants, etc. From 2011, the quick ratio has been following the uptrend, reaching 133 in 2013 because the company benefited from solid operating cash inflows, generating an increase of 12% in 2013. As current assets, current liabilities mainly influence the quick ratio for Vodafone, we will analyze their annual change. From the number below, we can conclude that the ratio changed because of constant growth of assets and wavy behavior for liabilities. The BT Group's quick ratio shows that the company performs better this year, reaffirming that the company is liquid and they are working in the right direction in reducing the amount of their current liabilities.
And earnings per share is the main indicator of the company's profitability. According to Vodafone Group Financial, 213 years ended with the negative earnings per share, and 2014 earnings per share is now 42.10, defining the growth over 366%. The reason of such a massive change can be the reduction of shares to almost a half. This year, as stated in the BT Group annual report, adjusted earnings per share went up to 7% to 28.2, and also adjusted profit before tax is up 6%. The cause of these changes might be the new strategy the company is driven by, and main focus of which concentrates on debt reduction and capital expenditure efficiencies. As for the Hutchison, from 2010 to 2012, the earnings per share were increasing, reaching the peak in 2012 with 0.032 DOROM due to a sustained business growth in telecommunication services and products generating strong sales. The profit attributable to shareholders increased by 35%. From 2012, the earnings decreased because of a drop in the performance of the company's business, resulting in a decrease of 44% in profit attributable to shareholders in 2013.
Now, concerning the return on equity ratio, it measures the company's profitability and how much profit the company is able to generate, given the funds from shareholders. Concerning the company Hutchison, between 2010 and 2012, the return on equity was increasing because of the growth in net income by 36% with strong sales. From 2012, the return on equity went sharply down to 8% due to a drop of 6% in sales because of lower demand for new handsets and mobile services. Concerning Vodafone's company, as we can see on this graph, it has its highest value during this year as a result of the huge growth in net income. This growth was related to the sale of Vodafone's subsidiary Verizon Wireless for £51 billion. Finally, for BT Group, the deficit in equity, as it can be seen on this graph, states a great problem of the company, and return on capital employed is still in decline. Therefore, to improve the main performance, the company should decrease the operating costs and capital expenditure.
The last but not the least is the debt-to-equity ratio, which indicates company's financial leverage. From the figure, we can see that Vodafone had big increase in company's debts during the year of 2013. After the big deal connected with Verizon sale, the debts were paid off, the ratio was significantly decreased, which also decreased the risk of cash inflows going down and the future possibility of bank loans because of a low DOL ratio. For Hutchison, between 2010 and 2011, the gearing ratio went up because financing was raised mainly from the form of bank borrowings to meet the requirements of operating subsidiaries of the company, breaking into new products and businesses. From 2011, the gearing ratio decreased to reach 185% in 2015 as a result of repayment of borrowings. In the current years, BT Group decrease in equity is due to the recognition of actuarial losses on retirement benefit application, distribution to shareholders, and the net buyback of own shares. Nevertheless, if compared with previous years, the company has decreased the amount of the net debt. In the months of the last half year, BT Group had a great progress in the amount of free cash generated, hence in the decrease in net debt too.
For the conclusion, we can say that comparing all three companies, it's worth investing in Vodafone. The reasons for that can be the highest level of dividend yield, the lowest level of net gearing, and the optimistic future of the company's programs. For example, Vodafone is going to add 4G coverage for 90% of the region during the next 2 years. Also, a recent great sales of Verizon shares massively increases the cash of the company, opening a huge variety of possibilities and investments in technology for a future growth. These reasons show the basis of the company future sustainability. So, invest.